everyone, welcome back to the channel for the True Light review on the Hot Toys T1000 2.0 figure from Terminator 2. This is not the review, I've already uploaded that on the channel, so check out the review for all my thoughts on it. This is the outdoor natural light footage, and about around the 5-minute mark I'll show you the results of me repainting the stitching on the shirt to try and tone it down a bit. The results were okay. Notice some scratches on his metal arms here. Very easy to scratch that paint because I didn't drop those or hit them against anything. I just noticed that when I was editing this footage that I've got some scratches on the paint there, you can see, so be careful about that. I do really like the figure, but I really don't like the shirt. I'm hoping, I saw on a live stream some guy was saying that Topo could make this shirt, possibly. If they do, I hope they do the elastic that goes around his kind of groin area to hold it down, so that you don't have to worry about the shirt coming untucked. But yeah, it's just a shame about the shirt because the head sculpts are so good, and the details as far as the badge and the fit of the shirt is all very nice. I think the collar shape is wrong compared to the movie. It should be a little bit bigger, a bit of a different shape to it. And here comes a Kuro attack. Yes, she's getting big doggy, and now she's just mauling me. There! Off me, you foul beast. Nah, love it to bits. So, yeah, I'll show you the footage. After about the 5-minute mark of the video, you'll see the results of me repainting the stitch. It doesn't look too bad here, but it's just when you get close, you know? And you're not going to be seeing it like this when it's on your shelf, in your display. And like I posted on Instagram in a recent video on there, I just had it in the garage and I was about to do the repainting. And I really just thought, in regular lighting at regular viewing distance, the stitching on the shirt, it really is not something that jumps out at you at all. It's just when you're filming it, you know, whether it's a camera or a phone, the results seem to be pretty much the same. Here is the custom head that I've ordered off eBay for the motorcycle cop look. I hope it works. It's meant to go on an old original Hot Toys T1000, so I'm pretty sure I can get this to work, even if I have to Dremel parts of the head away to get it to fit. It should be fine, so I'll let you know all about that on the channel once I get that head sculpt. There's just so many options for display with this piece. You know, do you want to lean into the Killer Machine T1000 thing and have him with arms like this, or do you want it a bit more subtle with just the pure beat cop look, just walking forward, using the eyes really to convey what he is? And then you got the motorcycle cop look. I was rewatching some videos on the upcoming T800 figure, and I hope he's not as bulky as he looks with the prototype images, because like the best scene I think for seeing how Arnie looked in that film is at night when he's listening to John Connor as he's sitting on the hood of the car talking about growing up with his mum, and they're near the phone that they used to call his foster parents, but Arnie's just standing there listening to him, but he's kind of turning his head left and right, just scanning the area, arms down by his sides. If you know the film, you know that scene. That's, I think, the best reference for how his body shape should be, because he was nowhere near as big as he used to be in T2. He did slim down a fair bit while still being totally ripped. So I just think the new 2.0 T100 looks a bit bulky, and hopefully that's not the case when he comes out. I doubt it. So more close-ups here. Yeah, the stitching is a problem, and it's putting a lot of people off. And it's also not just the stitching, well, it's all the stitching, but there's just areas like around where they're getting close to the collar there, it's just messy and bits kind of sticking out and it looks rough. There's more of that around the pocket flaps on his chest, more roughness, and when you go to touch it, it's not like it is a thread, but it's almost like it's been kind of stuck with something. It's like kind of solid when you touch it, so it's not very easy to trim away. But you can see how nasty around the inner collar looks there as well, just very bitty and rough, and it's a damn shame. So if one side of my collar just won't lift up, see that side there, it's kind of digging into his shoulder. I've tried a lot of stuff. I might just have to put some cotton wool under there and just stuff it. It's ridiculous that you'd have to do something like that. There's a lot of issues with the shirt, not much issues with anything else to do with the figure for me. So I'll be keeping an eye on folks like the Topo Studios who do the custom Joker outfits. Hopefully they do a shirt for this. They'd have to do the pants as well so they match, but you shouldn't have to do this, you know, with these figures. They should be, especially a 2.0. There's a weird little bit of black mutt in the corner of his eye there. I need to get rid of that, but unfortunately I couldn't see it with my naked eye when I was actually filming this. But here we have the good stuff. Now I'm starting to get ready to repaint the stitching on the shirt. This is one last look before I did any of the painting. So that's the stock look for the stitching. These are my Revel paints that I'll be using, blue and black mixed together. And now we'll go to the results. It's a bit more subtle, but it's still what it is. You know, it's what it is, as Joe Pesci would say. But I do think it is a slight improvement. I mean, it's certainly, you know, this is outdoor daylight, you know, and it's a little bit more subtle. So you can imagine in just a room with artificial lighting or in your display, I think it does help. You know, it's still ugly, it's still quite obvious, but we are quite close up to it in daylight with a big camera pointing at it. So I think it is an improvement. It's very easy to do, you know. Just mix those two paints together, add a tiny bit of water to it. You know, don't have too much of it on your paintbrush, just a little bit on the tip, and get to work. So yeah, I mean, the color match worked out fine. It all looks the same. Now I think people watching this probably thinking, yeah, that is an improvement. I mean, it's still not a great shirt, but this is a way to go for toning it down and just lowering that frustration level, hopefully for you guys out there, a little bit. I also had to repaint around the edges of the pocket flaps and stuff because they were a bit more grayish. It was almost like the color had sort of kind of come away from those little areas. So little touch-ups here and there all around the shirt just to kind of make it look a bit better. I think it has worked out pretty well. I'm always trying to poke that collar of the white t-shirt down, and it just kind of rides up again. There's a lot of little frustrating things about this figure, but I still, you know, in the review gave it a 9 out of 10 because overall the amount of stuff they give you, the quality of the head sculpts, the base, and you know, all the hands and all the T1000 accessories, very, very nicely done. It's just this damn shirt. So it is what it is, folks, and I hope that we can get some solutions for this in the future, options that we can, you know, take advantage of if we feel the need to do so. But obviously we shouldn't have to do this. You know, Hot Toys have been, they're like one of the longest in the game now, and this is the second attempt at a figure they've already done in the past, and I feel like this shirt is a serious kind of step backwards. I can see that they've tried to choose a good material, they've tried to get the fit and the way it looks on the body to look accurate, but yeah, a lot of mess around the collar area, a lot of threads. But T1000, you need to have him if you're a Terminator fan. If you've got a collection or you're building a collection, he is essential, because not only that, but he's one of the most iconic badass villains of movie history now. Yeah, I think he's right up there at the top with Darth Vader. And Robert Patrick absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. And well, he was pretty much an unknown at the time. He might have been in Die Hard 2 before, briefly, or after. I think it was before. But he certainly left his mark in cinema history. So I'll just leave you with the last pictures now, folks. Thank you for the support on the review. Thanks for the support on this video. I appreciate all the comments, and if you could hit the like button for me, that would mean a lot. Help it reach a bigger audience. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay, folks. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.